Hey guys, Dale here, back with the finale of our Dark Urge playthrough on Balance Mode. We are ready to leave the astral plane and head out into Baldur's Gate, so let's get
Yeah,
going.
let's go. Chaos. We need to find a way
Okay,
through.
looks like we
Attempt to sneak past.
need
Just
to
fight our way
buff
through.
up and flask up, but we're not entering any combat yet, so let's
Such a
just
headache.
proceed with some
These guys have
story.
seen everything.
Is dark. Chris! You held the future of a people in your hands. How dare you take our prince from us? How dare you parade around this abomination?
Boss, give Kartav Kim crush.
What?
Stand down. The true heir has spoken.
No. It can't be.
And yet it is. Orpheus took this form so we could defeat the Netherbrain.
Orpheus. My prince. What's become of you?
The grand design must be ended. A sacrifice had to be made. The duty fell to me. I am not long for this world, or any other.
What of Vlaakith? What of our liberty?
You underestimate your own people. Their imaginations have kept the name Orpheus alive for millennia. Bring them my message. Tell them my fate. Some will doubt. Some will mock. But some will listen. And the spark will be lit.
Githyanki freedom means nothing if the grand design comes to pass. We need your help, boss.
Find your nerve, my friend. Today, we strike at the brain. This champion holds the key to the grand design's end. Answer to him as you would to me.
Your Majesty.
I have spoken.
As you wish. I stand at the ready.
Your friendship, your constancy. When I fell to despair, they elated me. Thank you, my friend. Shavazai.
Shabazai.
Now, to the Netherbrain. Let it be the first victim in the war for the skies.
Okay. We have a new button, Call Forth Allies. This will be related to our Gather Our Allies quest. We made an ally of Kithric Voss. He and his mighty steed will aid us when the time comes. The Gondians, Barkus, Grand Duke Ravengard, all those people. Looks like the only thing available to us right now is Kithraki Inferno. Command the Red Dragon of Supreme Kithrak Voss to breathe a wall of fire onto the battlefield. Let's take a look at what we can see of the city. So, hole opened up, obviously. This must be part of the cataclysm created by the Netherbrain leaving its cave under the city. There is the Chianthar.
These things have
And
stayed interesting.
we'll continue on.
We have lost much,
already. And we will lose more before the day is out. But even when the last soul falls, Baldur's Gate will stand. For Baldur's Gate is more than just a city. It is more than a place of opportunity for those of mercantile spirit. More than a place of refuge for those who are lost. More than a home for friends, loved ones, and adventuring souls. Baldur's Gate is a place where anyone can find what they need, if they're just willing to fight for it. Today, Baldur's Gate needs us. Today, we fight for... You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
The very same. The champion we've been waiting for. The one who will save Baldur's Gate from ruin.
The Fist examines your illithid ally with suspicion. He was not expecting the savior of Baldur's Gate to be accompanied by a mind flayer.
Appearances may change, but they do not mask the one within. This one, I know. Observe with whom it traveleth. Friends. This mind flayer will fight with thee. It will save thy city and thy lives.
The Fist eyes your illithid ally with suspicion, softening to curiosity. His hostility melting at the recognition that there's more behind those eyes than malice.
My steel is yours, and I'm not alone.
You helped me once. I figured it's time I paid you back. With magic.
I'm better at crafting steel than wielding it. Your friend here is armored and potion-fueled and ready for battle.
Little owlbear cub has grown up.
I have marshaled the best the Flaming Fist has to offer. We will fight to the last.
You've unexpected friends. But my debt to you still stands. The Iron Hand Gnome's firepower is yours to command. Just show us where it's needed.
Your safety is of paramount importance, citizen. My services are at your disposal.
The Moon Maiden's silver light is a shield in dark times. Today, it is mine to wield. And I hold her sword.
Whatever strength I have to lend, I will lend it. I will make my city proud again.
You carried me once, friend. And now, I'll carry you.
You can count on me, little rabbit, and your squiddy friend. I thirst for the hunt.
I made some improvements to Ramesses' arcane artillery. Give the word and the sky falls on any who stand in your way.
I'm in the mood to crack some skulls after that fuckery in the Temple of Baal. The City Watch will be glad to oblige me.
Not sure what I have to offer a mind flayer, if I'm honest. But I hope my words of encouragement and reassurance will strengthen your resolve.
The journey has been brutal, but I stand here a Hell Rider once more. And I would die a proud man if I died this day.
I want my city back. And I've brought the toughest bastards from the guild to get the job done.
My dark forces are at your command today. We have a common goal.
All the strength of the lands we healed flows through me, and from me to you. And whatever company you keep.
Nature's servant awaits.
Glad to have you with us, and not a moment too soon.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you. They're expecting a speech, something to stir their hearts and put fire in their bellies for the fight ahead.
We'll go with our freedom depends on your bravery today. You are the guardians of the city.
Well said. We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. Balduran's grace be with you.
Okay, we do have like one little vendor opportunity here. Let's see what you have. Nothing nothing we really need. Buy, buy, buy. What about sell, sell, sell? Okay, I think that's it. If we... Do we go out this way? Which way do we head out? Not that way. I don't think I've ever had that steel watcher before. That must be like the malfunctioning one, like the older model. Maybe not actually controlled by an illithid brain.
Dragons, overhead. Stay low.
Okay. Citizens fleeing.
Matthew! Leave him be! We have to keep running!
You're running the wrong way.
Mind flare! Mind flare!
It's over.
There's a glimmer of something beyond his words, but in a moment it's gone, consumed with fear.
One last run, then we're clear!
We failed an insight check. We could get these guys to follow us into battle, but that insight check, I guess, didn't help. Okay, so call forth allies. We now have quite a few buttons in here. We have our Owlbear, we have Flork's Cohort, Iron Hand Grenadiers, Gondian Steel Watcher, summon a recalibrated bipedal Steel Watcher, a durable, heavy-hitting frontline menace. Balm of the Moon Maiden, call upon Isabel to offer a furtive prayer to Seluna, healing up to 6 nearby allies. So some of these are calling people into battle, and some of them are abilities. Firewall, heal. This calls down Dame Aelin. This calls in that shape-shifting beast. Hellriders. Roland does a firestorm. The Watch is more people on the battle. Wait, that's your gear. This is the Hellriders. Guild. I've never had the Vampire Lord stuff. Retinue of the Vampire Lords. Summon an undead horde to overwhelm a section of the battlefield. And then the Harper Squad. We have our little long rest machine. We'll go ahead and take a long rest. I'll get everyone buffed up and potioned up. And then we will head into a very long battle. Okay, we're all buffed up. We have Longstrider, we have Aid, we have flasks. Even Orpheus is able to drink flasks from an inventory, so if we open this guy up, we can right-click and drink on Orpheus. So we have given him an Elixir of Viciousness. Shadowheart's cast Shield of Faith on him. He can even use Scrolls. I trade Mage Armor, but it didn't increase his AC, so he must be considered armored. Let's head in.
Moving ahead.
Okay, we're all in. That is good. Let's go. Okay, first up, Gale. Let's get some haste rolling. Let's cast it on... you know what? Let's do Dirge and Asterion. Okay, Asterion. Let's have you use an action to call in some reinforcements. So let's start with the Harpers. And we'll have you pop up here and take this guy out. Sneak attack. Again. Okay, we can do some offhand attacks. What else can we do? We can do our hide, but we're already invisible. Maybe let's see if we can get over here. these guys are going to try and close the gate, which isn't a big deal, but they get really annoying once they're in that room. Oh, actually, can you sneak attack this guy? Okay, and then can you move even further? Yeah, let's impose some disadvantage on this guy. And that's good for you. Why don't you go ahead and... let's see. Let's call in the guild. Oh, interesting. We don't have giant form because we need a short rest. That's fine. Let's pop up here. Let's see how many of these folks we can gather up together. Okay, let's pop in right there. And we will do a cleave. Sure. And let's just start popping some goblins. Ooh, did you drink your elixir? I don't think you did. Oops. Everyone else has elixirs. You are fine. We'll pop an elixir later. Long rest. I don't know if we want to save that then. I think we have a couple scrolls, so we can always do something else later. Why don't you pop up this way? We already have her concentrating with Shield of Faith on Orpheus, so we won't worry about that. Let's just, like, work on this Mind Flayer. And let's do some of these. Okay, that guy's gone. Why don't we take a shot at... well, actually... yeah, let's just take a shot at this guy. Do we have an arrow for you? You're a ghoul. I don't know. Okay, is that it for Shadowheart? I think so.
Unleash me.
And Gale. Let's see. Let's have you pop up this way. Oh, I guess you can't pop up that way. We'll have you pop up here. And just two? Oh, you used your action already. We can fix that. We can drink a haste potion. And what do we want to do? Goblin doesn't really have much health. Let's see. Can we get over here? Yes, we can. We'll take the goblins out and then we will do an attack on this guy. 100 damage. Oh. 78. How many hits? 6. So it should do maybe about 10 each. We'll see. Oh, actually, I see you. Okay. Great job, Gale. Let's have you move back behind Dirge. And now we have the long list of enemies. Force Psionic Backlash. Oh yeah, we have the Harpers and we have some of these other guys out. Okay, us, let's see where you can get. I don't know if you're gonna be very helpful. And then Orpheus, okay. Let's take a look here. Your fly is right here. Nebulous, create a point of intense gravitational pull. Sure, why not? Channel the stones. Okay, so that's for the Crown of Cross. And then extra brain. Lobotomize a nearby creature. Why don't we just do a concentrated blast? How much more movement do you have? Oh, you can pop up here. Okay, why don't you hop over here and finish this guy off? One more should do it. Okay, and then let's head down this way. Do you have enough movement speed? What if we fly? Okay, where else can you go? Maybe just right there.
I won't give in.
Oh, I didn't want you to move. I wanted you to attack. There we go. Let's see about this Mind Flare. Okay, and then maybe Black Hole is our extra action. Right there. Okay, Shadowheart, why don't you pop up this way? Why don't we call down that wall of fire? Right there. And one's Firestorm. Okay. You have a bonus attack, so I guess we can use a War Priest charge. Oh, no, we can't, because we haven't made attack rolls. That'll replace our concentration. I guess we'll summon a spiritual weapon up here for this guy to maybe be distracted by. Okay, Gale, let's pop over. do a lightning bolt. Oh, actually, can you get a little closer? You can. Not quite done yet. Let's... Can we... think. How much damage is this gonna do? We'll see. None, because it missed. Okay, our little brain friend. And Scratch, yeah, you're not gonna be able to get anywhere. We can have you dash as well. Okay, Orpheus, you have pretty amazing distance. Let's see, and your black hole ability actually does damage, so you might be able to just kill these guys with black hole, right? Looks like it. Potent concentrated blast. Okay, you're still up here. Let's change that. Okay, and then this guy is right there. Okay. Wait. Oh, he's dead. Why don't you offhand attack this one? Then we'll main hand attack that guy. Again. Who is still alive? It's you. Okay.
What now?
I think Shadowheart can probably just take you out.
That was close.
There we go. Okay, let's do a little short rest. Some ingredients if we wanted to do some crafting. Our allies are out of here. Oh, you guys are walking through fire. That's no good. We lost Scratch. Well, it's not a big problem. We can always just resummon him. Okay.
Looks like part of the netherrain, but we'll need to be higher up to climb it.
There we go. Part of the brainstem. Okay, a Nautiloid has seen us and is going to start bombarding us.
I need to get to the brain.
So we need to make sure that we're not stopping in these areas. Okay, Shadowheart. Can you lockpick? No, that requires an action. Dirge.
This is it.
Oh, you're lethargic because of haste, right? Oh, that's not good.
Let's end this.
Victory's assured.
Gale. Let's pop this way. How much HP on the door?
Tormented.
Well, that was annoying. Let's just dismiss you. not this character's turn. Whose turn is it? Let's dismiss you for now.
You will bleed for her glory. The dragons will burn them.
Okay, Orpheus, can you fly? How far can you fly? Could you make it here? Let's go here. Let's see if you can make it here. Can you plunge these guys to their death? Maybe a couple of them. And concentrated blast. Oh, you can still keep going. Okay, let's not let him get too far ahead. I think some of us were lethargic in these areas, so some of us are gonna get hit. It's having a hard time trying to show where things are, I think, because we're so spread out. Okay, Asterion got hit a little bit. Ships picked new targets.
Never a dull moment.
Asterion. Up here. Lockpick the door. Open the door. And let's offhand attack some brains. Let's just, like, get you out of that brine.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Can you get to him? You can. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to drink our bloodlust elixir. Okay, let's dash. I'll catch up to Orpheus. See if we can get past him. And that's probably good for now. Shadowheart, we're just gonna have you dash out of the gate. Oh, you took an action already. Probably right there. Yeah, I can get a little further. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get in here. As soon as we get in there, then all this stuff kind of ends. Oh, we don't need to react. We can do this. Okay, how far can you get, Orpheus? Can you get us there? Okay, we made it. Okay, we've made it. We have another little long rest machine. Let's go ahead and hit this guy. Gale, you are full on spell slots, but we need to redo your sorcery points, so I'll get that done and we will come right back. And we are ready to go. Yes.
Can't you feel it? We're almost there. Once we ascend, the Netherbrain stem will be in touching distance of the crown, of reclaiming the powers of Karsus himself. I'm ready. Are you?
Sure. I'm ready. Let's get that crown.
Then I think it's about time we ascended, don't you?
Oh, and it's off. Surely Orpheus could have just, like, portaled us up there. Ooh, we have a dragon here who looks to be under Illithid control.
The site of power, the site of domination.
That's it! We have to use the nether stones on the crown. It's the only hope we have.
Our dream visitors.
I know you. I know everything about you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your weaknesses. And so do they.
The crown! Cast the spell on it!
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and... let's get haste rolling. Okay, so let's do Twin Spelled. We have one last scroll. We'll get Dirge and Asterion. On you... you're concentrating. Let's open. Let's drink. And let's summon some folks to the battlefield. Actually, we'll let Asterion summon those. Why don't you summon Floric team? Right over here. Okay, and we are gonna go up the sides to make a way for Orpheus. Okay, Gale, is that it? You can move just a smidge. End turn. You are gonna like straight up beeline right here. Let's summon your Vampire Lord stuff. And then right here, can you take this guy out? Oh, so close. Just an offhand attack. Can you get to him? We can if we do Cunning Dash. Let's pop in here. And let's see if we can take him out. Oh, a miss. We can fix that. Okay, we're at the crown on this side. Let's have you just kind of like intimidate him. End turn. Shadowheart. Okay, you can't cast haste. Actually, we'll just drink a haste potion on you. That'll be fine. Why don't you your minions out on the battlefield? Let's call in the owl bear. We can do a dread ambusher on... Oh, what is going on with the Emperor? Astral gravity, volatile shield. If affected entity has been granted temporary hit points by an illithid. If these are removed by incoming damage, the shield burst, possibly stunning nearby foes. Let's see if we can pop a shield. Okay, and then let's get you just like straight to the back end. There'll be an opportunity attack. It will miss, and we will get to where we want to be. Okay, Dirge, it is you. Let's get a Steel Watcher in here. Oh, the Steel Watcher is ready right away. What can you do? Main hand attack, seek matrix, become able to see invisible, pull a miscreant towards you. Let's hit the dragon. I think the dragon does something. Great worm scales, magic opportunity, psychically dominated. I'm not sure what it does. Jump, jump. Why do you have 2 jumps? That's interesting.
Important is ever easy.
And who else do we want to get in here? Hellriders. Okay. Let's not get too close to the dragon. Let us pop up here. Oh, we got too close to the dragon. Didn't seem to impact us. It did some kind of AoE, I guess, and hit our Dream Guardian. Can we get even higher? We can get here and take this last illithid out. Oh, these misses. There we go. Finally. And black hole. Maybe we'll pull some of these guys together. Okay, and turn. Us, have at it. Why don't you rush in also? And we'll have you help us. And it is your turn. Let's get you not too close to the dragon. Can we get you to the crown? We can. Okay. And then you're just gonna start this guy. Channel the stone's magic to control the crown of Karsus and dominate the Netherbrain. The caster must channel this spell until their next turn for it to take effect. Okay. We'll end here, and we'll let all these guys figure stuff out amongst themselves while we go straight for the brain. Oh, we got werewolves, we got ghouls, we got Scratch. Okay, oh, we take control of the Owl Beast as well. Owl Beast, why don't you go for the Emperor? Oh, we got Shadow Mastiffs. Oh, and the Shadows. Zevlor showing off that he's a paladin. Okay, our dream visitors know about us, but what do they know about the Flaming Fist? Dream Guardian cast Hush on Shadowheart. We'll do Psychic Dominance and then Psionic Backlashes. Oh, that's my Dream Guardian. Okay. Psionic Suggestion. Did it fail? Hush on Gale. Silence a creature for 2 turns. Let's do a counterspell.
Surrender.
Oh, we missed an Illithid. There's one right there. He disengaged from us to, like, go get into this melee. That's fine. Are you also going down there to deal with all of this? Okay, who else can we call in? Call upon Isabel. Why don't we call in Dame Aelin? Why don't you drink a big healing potion? And we'll call in the Watch. We'll just, like, get into position. What else can we do? We could take a shot. Pretty good shot. Okay, Shadowheart, why don't you take a shot at this guy. Since they think that they're going to come at us, I guess you can take a multi-shot at this guy. And maybe a multi-shot at this guy. Oh, Illithid, you're still up. Let's get you into position. Maybe just over here. Take a shot at you.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Okay. Let's call in your gear. Who have we not called in yet? The Iron Hand goblins or gnomes? Okay. And then into position.
Sorcery.
Gale. Let's call in the guild. I think they'll deal with that.
Time to repay your debt.
And the Harpers.
We defeat this evil together.
Okay, Gale, can you get here? You can. All squatted up. Emperor, meet the Steel Watch. Us? Not enough movement speed. Why don't you jump? And then hit the dragon. Oh, good hit, us. Oh, you are dominated by the Emperor currently. Took out some of whatever his face is, guys.
The brain is weakened. This is our chance.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together.
Its will is weakening.
Okay, why don't you pop out over here? Let's throw a mine. How long does Mine Sanctuary last? 3 turns? I guess we'll pop it down, like, right there. Well, no. Get some concentrated blasts on this guy. And I think that's it.
Invenium Via!
Okay, not very many targets left out here other than, I think, the dragon. And the Emperor. Still a Dream Visitor up. Hush on Gale. I think we will counterspell that.
You will not enter.
I think we're gonna do whatever we want at this point. It's just you, a dragon, and 2 imaginary friends that are still up. Oh, dragon just took those guys right out. Dragon knocked the Emperor down. Okay, head in.
You are, you wretched thing.
You're gonna go right there. You can see some of these are lit up. The Netherbrain's gonna destroy those sections. Suck blood and heal yourself. Oh, down to 102 points. Oh, and we still have another attack. 70 hit points. Shadowheart, are you gonna go in and finish this off?
We have the upper hand. Time to end this.
Let's take a shot. And it feels bad to not have Dirge go in.
This is it. Its will is weakening.
I think, Dirge, why don't you finish it off? Little topple the big folk on a giant brain.
Impossible. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
We could do it, you know. We could rule the world.
No. We've been resisting our darkest impulses, so we'll go ahead and command the brain to destroy all tadpoles and then itself. And not only will we be free from the dark urge, we'll also be free from our tadpole.
I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. Free of urge and worm, your brain is battered and bruised. But it is yours. Yours at last.
There we go. I feel like the Nautiloid should have come crashing down as well. Well, I guess, like, it doesn't appear the Illithids were just, like, flat out destroyed, so maybe the Nautiloid ships. They're on, like, separate technology. No little brain worms for them.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Should have learned to bloody swim. Can't believe I almost drowned at the last hurdle.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We're free of that stupid parasite! And I'm free to enjoy all the power Cazador left me.
Can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. That means we can't turn into mind flayers. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with being a mind flayer, of course.
Even when my time stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me. But first, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons. Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
This is your choice to make, Lizelle, not mine. I entrust it to you.
Duty. All my life, I've traveled in its slipstream, not once questioning its path. In its service, I came here. And now, I will carry your hope, Prince Orpheus, and I will carry your burden. But to that burden, I must add my own. The loss of those I leave behind.
Lach crashed Macvlek. So be it. Now, give me my freedom from this form.
We have been helping people with what they ask for, so there we go.
Githka Tavkim crashed.
Kulos! I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. To the skies!
There go all the Githyanki.
The Githyanki are leaving. It would have been hard to imagine parting ways from them peacefully once.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
Why do you furrow your brows so, wizard? Boo says your abominable bat-cat has probably survived.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. With the crown in my hands, I would be unstoppable. The casts I weave would be mine to command. I would be more than the greatest wizard who ever lived. I would be a god.
Good luck, Gale. Don't forget me when you're a god.
It's I who should be saying such things. Do not think I leave you without a heart as heavy as your own. I owe it to myself to follow where destiny leads. I'll never forget you. That I promise. And if you ever felt differently, there'll be a place waiting for you in the heavens.
And all to impress a former lover. Gale should do as Minsk did and stop at the face tattoo. Mistra no longer wishes to share his bed. Boo doubts she will wish to share the mastery of all magic with him instead. But let the wizard wet his robes in the river, if that is his wish.
What shall we do with our liberty?
We should stay in the city, help rebuild it.
Perhaps. But I fear it would take an entirely fresh start to mend the ills of this place.
A lot of people died, so we could get to this moment. Let's go find somewhere to offer them a toast.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You were spectacular.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlak, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
Go, Karlak. We'll be with you. You won't be alone anymore.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side. Zariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlak.
Fine. I'll go. Well, with you. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
Well, we did it. We saved all our companions and the city.
It's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate. You slept like a babe straight through the night, dreamless, thoughtless, and almost entirely free. For the first time, you feel alone, calm. You breathe. Baal may have been your beginning, but he will not be your end. But what will you do now that your life is your own?
I feel like that would be something that our character would be interested in. Rebuilding the city, that's my initial instinct, but for this character, let's go eradicate the cult of Baal, one cultist at a time.
Somewhere on the wind, you almost feel you hear a rumbling laugh. Father Baal loves no death more out of his own children. He will welcome the challenge.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down.
I feel like sometimes it gets stuck on the cutscene, so we'll skip to get to the next one.
I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out. Just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Like the 3 in the background, the floating spires. Were you stuck again? There we go.
6 months since you faced your father and refused your birthright. 6 months since you cured yourself of the urge. Your life is your own now, and you are already becoming someone new. But the memories of the past will not leave you alone. You receive an invitation one day, in a hand you recognize immediately. Challenger of gods, it reads. Surely thou wishest to see thine true family once more. Withers, who raised you when your father struck you down. He bids you join him at a gathering of your allies and friends. So, once again, you return to the place where you formed your first memories. You are calm. You are you. You can do this.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Oh, our little owl bear. He's a big guy. Oh, we don't have any potions or anything on us. Okay.
So you could make a dramatic entrance, is it?
Well, hello, Shadowheart.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Of course I did. You lot could hardly manage without me.
straight face after all the times I had to come to your aid. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
Calling me chubby.
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels. I'm glad you seem well. Trudy.
The feeling's mutual.
I had no doubt. But I'm glad to hear you say it all the same.
Tell me what you've been up to.
Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister.
Where have you been? What have you seen?
One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
You're right, I was truly heroic.
And oh so modest.
What else have you been doing?
Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a sacrifice. Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poisoned blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans.
Oh, you mean Nocturne?
None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains complicated, let's say. But she is still my oldest friend. I have hopes that perhaps she might turn from Shar entirely given time. But that's a decision she will have to make for herself. If that day comes, I'll be ready.
What's next for you?
I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to?
Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
Well, who else is around here? This is our first campsite. Kind of like in the wilds. But Withers has done some decorating.
Very well.
It's good to see you.
He looks coyly at the ground, suddenly shy.
He's huge. What have you been up to since we last met?
He snaps the air and wiggles. He's either miming fighting a many-limbed creature or dancing. It's unclear. He is, however, exhausted. He's had plenty of adventures without you.
You look tired. We find you a home. How about with Halsin?
The joy in the owlbear's eyes is clear. He longs to have a home, and Halsin is perfect.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Where is Halsin? We're gonna tell him that an owl bear is gonna go live with him now.
I simply must have this one. Practically
Oh, there he is.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now our paths cross once more.
You sound almost sentimental, considering let me guess, just as nature intended.
Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
You sound like you need a drink.
Well, I am not normally given to imbibing, but this is a special occasion.
Astarion.
And I believe our dear Withers procured a fine honey mead as part of the celebratory victuals. Even the most ascetic of nature's servants would be tempted by such an elixir. But that can wait. Your company is what truly drew me. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
Let's see. First you, Halsin, I want to hear about the life you made, the people you've helped.
In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Is this the balance you wished for?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Though it is a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. True balance is no simple, fixed thing. I see that now. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I'm glad you're happy.
As am I. I may age more slowly than most, but I do believe I've gained some new laughter lines of late. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall.
Daddy
I have all
Halsin.
but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
All right, let me see what I have.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Uh,
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
Let's see. I may have volunteered you for something. If you'll forgive me, might your new community have room for a well-behaved owl?
Do you truly even need to ask? Of course. Who could not open their home to a befeathered hero of Baldur's Gate? Ah, and I did promise the children I would bring them back a surprise. Oh, imagine their faces.
Okay.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
It's lovely, thank you.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Eyes deceive me.
Item received. Whittled duck.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the
Oh,
taste of
Minthara.
some things.
Let's see what Asterian's been up to.
Look who it is. My murderous little friend. What have you been up to? Fallen back into old habits?
No, the urges have passed. I'm my own person again.
Well, that's a relief. I didn't want to have to ruin a perfectly good evening by having to kill you. Never mind a perfectly good set of clothes. This cloth stains at the slightest drop of blood. It's awful.
So, what have you been doing since we last saw you?
Cazador's mansion has become my palace and played host to every kind of banquet and soiree and masquerade imaginable. And of course, has seen its fair share of hedonism, clandestine deals, and the occasional disappearance. Whatever it takes to build up my influence over those who matter. I'm spinning my web. Power grows slowly, but I have nothing but time now.
Sounds like something Cazador would say.
Try to wound me all you like, but I'm so much better than he ever was. I achieved what he only dreamed about. And now my ambitions can take me anywhere I want. But the important thing is I am doing wonderfully. Finally having a life that's worth living. And who knows what's next? There's an entire world out there, ready for the taking.
I'll drink to that.
Perhaps the next time we meet, we'll have grander conquests to toast. I did miss you, you know. There is a sense of loneliness that comes with power. We did share a wonderful adventure, you and I. A pity to see it end in some ways. But we have great new lives stretching out before us, and great new adventures to go on. I will never forget the time we spent together, though. And I know you'll never forget me. Until next time, darling.
Short and sweet with Asterian. Oh, let's see. Karlach's right here.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. With us, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you. I've missed you, you old bile spawn. Oh, do you not want me to call you the B word anymore?
Balian Horde. It's alright. I see my blood not as a curse, but as a duty. I don't think about my blood anymore. I actually think I haven't killed a single person since we last met. Let's just glide past that and go to how have things been in Avernus.
War's a dirty business, soldier. It's been exactly how you'd think. But having Will around has been incredible. Fucker's even better at killing devils than yours truly. We don't have much time to chat, but just knowing he's there makes all the difference. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier.
So glad to hear you might be able to fix your heart.
Trying not to count my owlbears before they've hatched. But the thought of coming back to Baldur's Gate keeps me going. Can I look you up when I'm out?
You'd better.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Okay, I think Will is maybe around the corner. Yeah, let's get his take.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Oh, you're gonna make me do a nature roll? Oh no. We have one inspiration, apparently.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
I smell fragrant flowers and a mysterious scent I can't quite place.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlak and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlak can fill you in.
How have you been faring without your warlock powers?
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
Have you had time to visit your father?
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Who knows his wine?
Minsk is just eating everything in sight. I think I just want to talk to our main companions. I know we talked to Halson, but let's catch up with Lizelle and Gale, and then we'll catch up with Withers.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
It's good to see you too.
It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
Where are you now that you couldn't be here in the flesh?
Shractalor.
I never heard of it.
I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai. An exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
The great warrior Lizelle on a diplomatic mission?
Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Well, good luck, Lizelle.
And to you, always. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. But don't think you've seen the last of me. I'll be back. Sure as the comet will rise. Sure as Kalir will forever circle the sun.
I expect there have been other...
Okay. I almost didn't see you, Gale.
Goodness. Was Faerun always so dull? Still, at least the company was worth the trip, if not the view.
So you did it. You became a god.
I told you I would, didn't I? I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition.
What does the god of ambition offer to his followers?
I offer them nothing. I inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves. Great as the heights I've reached thus far may be, I've not forgotten my humble origins. In fact, they're central to my doctrine. Those drawn to the Galarian Creator merely seek my guidance as the impressive, all-powerful being I've become. Ambition is about beginnings. It's not just about the heights, but the lows that preceded them. I was nothing. A drifting dust mote of a wizard, abandoned by my goddess, my powers lost, my reputation destroyed. And look at me now. I'm their proof. Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible.
What of those with evil ambitions? Do you encourage them too?
I am the god of ambition, not of the consequences of ambition. Nor am I the arbiter of good or evil, for that matter. At best, those concerned with the consequences of their actions might consult with Savras, god of divination. Though these days, I doubt he'd see them coming. Ambition incarnate. As indistinguishable from that most potent sensation as Mystra herself is from the weave. And word is spreading. There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Thay, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning.
What can I say, Gale? I'm impressed.
I thought you would be. Now, divine as my company undoubtedly is, I have an eternity to catch up with you. A luxury few others at this party possess. Don't let me deprive them of your company, or mine, for that matter. It's not every day a newborn god shows up to the reunion.
Okay, I think that was all of our main companions. Jahira's here, Minthara's here. I guess we can have a chat with Minthara. Minsk.
I expect. So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Oh, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain?
I did not escape Baal's influence to become a monster of my own free will.
Do you think of all rulers as monsters? Conquest need not end in blood and ashes. You could have built a greater world than this. I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten and rich with possibilities.
And what mark have you been making, Minthara?
I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed.
Quite the ambition. We could do great things together, you and I. We'll just say you don't need any help from me.
Naturally. A fledgling god is of little use where my plans are concerned. You may observe my works if you lack sufficient occupations of your own, but do not interfere. Unless you wish to learn how fleeting divinity can be.
Be careful to not overindulge tonight.
Okay.
Control can slip into bear.
Withers, are you in here? You are.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
I'm proud. You gave me new life, another chance, and I did my best with it.
I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To all of you, my real family.
To you.
Well, I think that is it for our Resist the Dark Urge playthrough. I think Withers has a little bit more outro for us, so we'll get to that. And then I'm not sure when we'll do our next playthrough. I want to do an Embrace the Dark Urge, and we'll go up to Tactician difficulty. And then at some point we'll do an Honor Mode run. And I don't think we'll do Dark Urge during that run. But, you know, I will say thank you for hanging out with me. As always, take care of yourselves. What do I normally say? Until next time, have a good one. And with that, I'll leave you guys to Withers.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.